Alright, so the update that we just recently received gave us more Astral and Shadow pets in Prodigy, and today I'm going to be testing the best ones out in battle and see how they fare against the monsters, to determine whether or not these are some of the better pets that Prodigy now has, especially with Astral and Shadow elements not being very common. We now have a lot more Astral pets to go over, so we are of course going to look over some of them and determine how well they do. Previously, Comedy and Regalaxy were the two main Astral pets, like the two main pets that had mostly Astral spells. So, but now it seems like they might have been put off the top. Regalaxy and Comedy might not be on the top of the Astral pet list anymore. So we're going to be testing that out in today's video with multiple of the new Astral pets that are, well, the pets that were changed to be Astral, and some of the pets that were changed to be Shadow as well. We will look at some of those as well to determine how well they do in battle. So, first, why don't we start with Meloduet? That was previously Melody Dreamlet, and it used to be Plant, but now it is Astral, which is amazing. I love that so much. It has 3 Astral spells: Astral Blast, Starburst, and Starlight Blast. So we are going to go check that out in battle. It also has Leaf Storm, a plant spell, so if you want to use that, you can as well. That is an option, but it has 3 Astral spells for you to use, which is great, and 3 powerful Astral spells, if I say so myself. There are 3 powerful Astral spells that you can use right here. Gonna figure out where we're gonna do our battles in. Maybe Bonfire Spire. Actually, wait, I think it's gonna be better to do at the Titan. So let's try out our first pet, Meloduet, in battle. I don't know why I just went to the non-member Titan battle instead of the catapult, but okay. So Meloduet here right now, it has, of course, like I said, Astral Blast, Starburst, and Starlight Blast. Now Starlight Blast is basically the same exact spell as Starburst. It has the same power level and all that, but it has 1 extra turn of recharge. So they're pretty much the same spell, except one does one more turn of recharge. So Starburst is a bit better than Starlight Blast, but I think this is the only pet now that can cast the spell Starlight Blast, and it can be casted by part of the Galaxy Guardians set. I believe it's the wand, Galaxy Guardians Rod. So that did really good damage. As you see, we've already gotten the Titan down to a low amount of health. Not low necessarily, but a decent amount. Now we'll use Starlight Blast on it, and that did good damage as well. We've gotten the Titan even farther down. And yeah, this is doing really well so far. We can use just Starlight Blast with our wizard, so it still does good damage. But yeah, this is Meloduet at level 100, and it's doing really well so far. We can use Starburst since it has recharged, but if you wanted to, you could use Astral Blast, and that did not take long to take the Titan out. I think that this is a very good option for a pet now. It's a great new Astral pet, so one of the best for sure. That's what I'm gonna say about Meloduet. It is a very good Astral pet for this purpose now. So let's find our next Astral pet that we are going to be testing out. We might I'm skipping over a couple to get to them later, but if we just keep going down, we'll find some of the ones at lower levels that I'm not going to be testing because they're at, well, a low level, because I can't evolve them due to that evolving update. But here's Faye, previously Painter Sprite. It has 3 Astral spells at level 20, which is good for sure. It's just not powerful enough. We're not going to try to test it out, but we will test out its evolution, Sarahzegg. It has Starbit, Astral Flare, and Starburst, so not bad spells at all. Yeah, seriously, not bad at all. Astral Flare is an area of effect astral spell, so that will do damage to multiple enemies. Here is Embrite, which was previously Jester Emburn. At level 20, it has 1 astral spell, Astral Blast, and 2 physical spells. So we're not going to test it out. We're going to test out its evolution. But that's that for that. We're just going to go and find the others that we are going to test out for the astral pets. So let's go and find them. I'm just going to look through. Okay, here. We're going to do Tribeak. So Tribeak is the evolution of Squawks, which is also an astral pet that is really good. I just don't have a Squawks to test out right now. But Tribeak has Astral Flare, Starfall, and Astral Storm. Not the most powerful astral spells, but they are good for area of effect and multiple hits. So Tribeak, I think, is now one of the better pets in Prodigy because it has, well, 3 really good astral spells. So Astral Flare, Starfall, and Astral Storm. So Starfall will do 3 hits to the Titan. It'll do 3 hits to your enemy. And I believe it has 1 turn of recharge. I might be wrong about that. I didn't look closely enough, but we'll just see in a second. Okay, no, it does not require any recharge, so you could just use Starfall again if you wanted to. But we're going to choose Astral Storm this time. It does 2 hits to the enemy, and it's an area of effect spell, so it's an area of effect multiple spell basically. So yeah, that's it has that, and that does have a turn of recharge. We will do Astral Flare this time, which does 1 hit, area of effect 1 hit. So yeah, seriously, not bad at all. I don't think Tribeak is as good as Meloduet, but it's still a really solid new astral pet that you can get. And keep in mind that I believe all these pets that I'm going in this video can be rescued in the Dragon Isle, and it's available for everyone if you have magic coins and enough pet slots. So, which should hopefully all be released to everyone very soon. But yeah, you can rescue all these pets in the Dragon Isle, and some of them you can rescue in other places as well. But yeah, definitely, like, all of these are obtainable in the Dragon Isle, so very important there. You can rescue them. Just some of them appear in later rifts, all the way up to Rift 25. Here we're going to look at Sarahzegg, which was previously Painter Sarahzegg, and it has 3 astral spells. So we are going to go and test them out right now. We're going to test out Sarahzegg. Sarahzegg, 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 Sarahzegg. Okay, so let's see what we have to cast here. Okay, so it has 1 spell that charges on its first turn, which is Starbit. So the other 2 spells don't have to wait before you can cast them. But you can do Starbit first, which is not bad at all. It's a medium power astral spell. It has excellent damage, of course. The other spells it has are Glare and Shooting Stars. So let's use Shooting Stars here. It does 1 hit. So it's an area of effect spell, so that will hit multiple opponents. So Wizard there, let's see what we've got this time. We'll use Glare. We'll use Glare right here. It does, I believe, 1 hit as well, yes. So it does do less damage. This pet does less damage, mainly, I guess, because of its spells probably just being lesser damage astral spells, or maybe it's because, well, it might have less damage. It might do less power, well, sorry, it might do less damage than some of the other pets we have here. So I'm not going to say that Painter Sarahzegg, or now Sarahzegg, is the best new astral pet, but it is certainly still good, seeing as it is an astral pet now, and for the most part, all astral pets are going to be really good. So yeah, Luminite astral pet that still has fire spells. We really need to see astral spells on Luminite and Luma, but I don't think we're going to, unfortunately. Let's keep going. I think the last astral pet we're going to check today is Loglow, previously Jester Liason, and it has 3 physical spells, but it has 1 astral spell, and that 1 astral spell happens to be Comet. Comet is the best astral spell in Prodigy. It's a dice spell, it's a random attack. It has 4 power, and it has no recharge. It is easily the best astral spell in Prodigy, and the fact that Loglow has it now is just insane. And I believe Squawks also has it. Squawks also has Comet, which is very, very good. So previously it was only able to be casted on the using the Cosmic Sword wand, but now it is on 2 different pets, Squawks and Loglow, so definitely keep that in mind. Loglow, like I said, can be rescued in the Dragon Isle, and Squawks can be rescued in many different places, but it does so much damage. And as you see, it takes no turns to recharge, so you could just use it as many times as you wanted to get your opponents out, or you could use the 3 other good physical spells it has. But there we go. It does so much damage. That was nearly 400 when it's at level 100 and has well-charged levels bonuses from Wizard. But yeah, that is so good. Jester Liason is definitely one of the best. And I did say Jester Liason, didn't I? It's Loglow now. Got to get used to the new names they have. So I think that's all I have to go over for the astral pets. So now let's go over some of the shadow pets that were made shadow, and see if any of them are really good for this. Shadow is just not as good of an element as astral, because it doesn't not have nearly as many spells that have excellent aim. But first we'll test out Leviathan, the final evolution of Angler and Lurker, previously Deep Sea Fathom, and its evolutions, de-evolutions were Deep Sea Funkule and Deep Sea Banil. Now Angler, Lurker, and Leviathan. So let's test out Leviathan at level 100. It does have some pet gear on it, but that doesn't make too big of a difference. It has 2 shadow spells, I believe, and one of them is Eclipse, so that's cool to have Eclipse on a pet right here. So one of them can be used at the start, another one takes another turn of recharge, Eclipse does. But Shadow Storm can be used at the start. It does not have much power, and it has okay aim. Takes 1 turn to recharge, so not the best, but a cool looking animation for sure. That just, of the 2 hits it gave, it only hit 1, so it's not the very best, but it is an area of effect multiple spell, so that will do good damage to your opponents if it does hit enough. Eclipse here will do good. That does almost 300 damage right now, so that was good. Of course, the amount of damage it'll do will depend on what your bonuses may be, or what the enemy you're fighting is, and, well, of course, its effect level, like what it's weak or strong to. But it's seeming to do good damage. Certainly not the best that it could be, but it's not bad by any means. So I think it's good. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just pretty good. Not bad at all, Leviathan, which I think is an awesome name. Leviathan. As of the time I'm recording this, Season 5 of the Treasure Track, Legend of Dragon Isle, ends in 1 day. It'll be less by the time I'm uploading it, but that's not even the point of this video. So the next shadow pet we are going to be looking at is, I think we're going to be looking at Spindle. So let's go down and find our Spindle. I don't think I have it at level 100. I could, but I just haven't leveled it up all the way yet. There it is, Spindle. Okay, so it has Grim Burst, which is great. I'm excited about that. And it has Darkness for shadow spells. And Pomprickle has pretty similar spells. I don't remember what they are right now, but we're not going to go and look at them at this time. I'll see if I remember later on, but anyway, let's see how Spindle here can do. Grim Burst is a shadow spell that is pretty rare. It could only be casted on the Pumpkin Wand. So now it can be casted with Spindle, at least. I don't remember if Pomprickle, if Pomprickle has it. But Darkness here, that unfortunately just missed. Not very good for showing you off, is it, Spindle? You gotta hit. You gotta hit, you know? Or else they might not think that you're very good. Yeah, anyway, shadow spells do not usually have the best aim, but Grim Burst here, it has really good power. 1 turn to recharge, it takes 1 turn to start, but here it is. That did 604 damage with a critical hit. That was very good. So yes, if it hits, it's a very powerful spell. I would highly recommend it. So, let's see here. You can also use Spindle's good physical spells as well. But let's see if this Darkness can make up for it. Okay, you did make up for it. It did make up for it. Okay, so definitely pretty good. Not bad at all. That's kind of what the consensus is for these shadow pets. It's generally going to be not the best, not the worst. The main shadow pets that you can say are the best are like Luna, Eclipse, Nebula, and maybe Member Mimic. Those are what I consider the best shadow pets. But we have one more shadow pet we're going to look at, and that is I'm going to look at the de-evolutions of some of the pets. But down here we will find here's Lurker, the de-evolution of Leviathan. It has 2 shadow spells as well, Darkness and Shadow Storm. So still not the best, but they're just area of effect shadow spells. So at least it has that. Its shadow spells are not bad for area of effect. But here's Bonamite, which was previously Bone Terramite. At level 20, it does not have any shadow spells, but it would have shadow spells. It would have, I think, 1 shadow spell if you got it to higher, but right now I can't get it to higher without evolving it. Here's Angler. It has 2 shadow spells as well, Dim and Darkness. So again, it's just not the best for shadow spells, but it is good for area of effect if you want to do a lot of area of effect. So the last one we're going to test out is Bonasaur. Let me go find it somewhere in my pet selection. It's probably going to be towards the top down here. Here it is, Bonasaur. So previously Bone Pterosaur, it can be rescued in the Dragon Isle. If I remember correctly, that's at Rift 25 though, so you have to do a lot to get there. But you could also evolve Bonamite, which can be found earlier in the Dragon Isle, somewhere in the 20s, I think. So here it is, Bonasaur. It has 3 physical spells, and its original fire spell was replaced with a shadow spell, which is Dark Globe, which is great. I believe it was previously only able to be casted by the Mira's Staff Wand, but now it can be casted by Bonasaur. Here it is, Dark Globe, a really good power, 3.5 out of 5. Good aim, so it should hit pretty often, and 1 turn of recharge. There you go, that did really good damage. So yeah, and when you wait for it to recharge, then you can use its 3 good shadow spells, one of which is, not shadow spells, physical spells, one of which is one of the best physical spells of the game, Crunch. So yeah, you can use that and do insane damage with that and really easily defeat enemies. So if I think Bonasaur is one of the best new shadow pets for sure. Yeah, I am gonna say that Bonasaur is one of the best of the new shadow pets. It's a great new shadow pet. So glad it's shadow. Dark Globe does really good for it. But anyway, yeah, that is what we were going to test out today. Some of the new Astral and Shadow pets and determine whether they're the best that Prodigy has to offer. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Meloduet is one of the best Astral pets now, and so is Loglow. And Spindle is a really good new Shadow pet, and so is Bonasaur. So those were the standouts to me, and I want to know what the standouts to you are. What do you think about all these new Astral and Shadow pets? And are you able to have more Astral and Shadow pets on your team now? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments